Okay, I am headed to work from the career fair. Actually, I made a pit stop to get some lunch because I forgot to grab something out of the fridge before I left. I am just going to warn you, I just did it. It's rough. I said the filler word about 50,000 times. It was hard to watch, I'm not gonna lie. So just know when you watch it that I'm semi-intelligent. I just say the word a lot. But I'm gonna go ahead and post it because I know you guys want to see it. And I want you to be able to see that I used the feedback that you gave me, the talking points, everything. So I'm gonna post it so you can see it. It doesn't have very good sound quality. I set my iPhone up on a tripod in the back of the room, and then you can hear like kids wrestling in front of it and stuff. So you have to turn it way up if you really want to hear it. But I will go ahead and post it for you. It's a tough one. It's a tough one to watch. I'm definitely not going to rewatch it, but it's there if you want to watch it. Hi everybody, my name is Audrey. I am a full-time working mom. I graduated from Canton in 2008 and from Culver 3 years later. I have a degree in business administration with a specialization in organizational management. For the past 11 years, I ran the office of a commercial construction company, but I'm here today to talk to you about my career as a content creator. I've been a successful content creator for about 3 years now. My organized chaos can be categorized with cleaning and organizing. My tag is intentional living for productive tomorrow. And so that means I help you organize your home, organize your life, and help you find efficient ways to get things done. Education required. You obviously don't need an education. If you have access to an education, even I would start community college. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with at least starting, getting your associate's degree. You guys are all on social media, so I won't go into detail on this. I use Canva for my graphics for like all the posts that I make on Instagram and Facebook, and then I use CapCut to edit my videos, and I just use the free versions of those, and then I do everything on my iPhone 14. Salary, I don't know any other content creators personally, so I don't know what they make. It looks like they make a lot more than I do. The average content creator, it looks like it's between 40 to 60,000. I make quite a bit more than that personally. Positives, it's your income if you make a lot of money. Doing what I love every day, I'm really passionate about it. I have notebooks that I fill up. I bet I've filled up 3 already this year. Just ideas exploding. I love sharing different techniques and tips that I've created. I like sharing those with other people. I like seeing that they've been successful in their house. Every day I created a cleaning schedule. It's called the 610 list, and like every day people will be like, oh my gosh, the 610 list changed my life. So seeing other people implement things that I've created is pretty cool. Flexibility. So if this was your only job, you could stay up late editing and then sleep in. I have a full-time job, so I don't do that. And then free stuff. I get a lot of free stuff from different companies, from Amazon, all over. Negatives would be, it's really misleading. You think that anyone could be successful as a content creator or a YouTube star. It seems like they make a lot of money, but what you see is not what you get. I don't know how these people get famous. It's a fluke that I became popular, but it's really misleading, and it takes a lot of work. Income, I have this as a positive, but actually, and from the outside looking in, it is, but we talk about this a lot in our groups, but the benefits are just as important as salary. So when you're a content creator, you're self-employed. So that means there's no company, matching your 401k, there's no one providing you health insurance, and if you go out into the open market right now and try to get health insurance, it's extremely expensive. So you need to be able to make enough money to supplement all those things that you would normally get from an employer. Workload, I make a lot, but if you divide it by how many hours I put into it, it probably wouldn't be that impressive. I work a lot of hours. Maintaining a presence, and it goes along with workload. So if you're not posting regularly, you become irrelevant really quickly. Like, will come up and be like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in my feed for a long time, like I thought you took a break, you know? So staying relevant means posting a lot, posting multiple times a day, and it can cause burnout. And you have to be, it's one to be posting, but you also have to be interacting. So you need to be replying to comments, replying to messages. You know, I work on Christmas Day, so it kind of sucks. Stolen content is something I deal with literally every day. I just got off of my messaging with Facebook, but a lot of people will steal my page and change the name a little bit and then steal my content. So they're stealing my views, my followers, my income. Trolls and haters. I put myself out there. I'm in front of the camera a lot. My kids are in front of the camera a lot. So I get a lot of fat shaming, a lot of parent shaming. You have to be able to kind of rise above that if you want to be successful. Imposter syndrome. I put this on here because a lot of people ask me about it. I know a lot of content creators struggle with this. I don't. I'm really confident in what I do. My husband always rolls his eyes when I say that. But what I do, I feel like works. It works for my household. It works for other people's households. So I have nothing, you know, I have no reason to be insecure about what I'm posting. But a lot of people do struggle with it. Unstable career. It's a roller coaster. You're either relevant or you're not. And when you're not relevant, you're not making money. To become successful, you need to find your niche. So how many makeup artists are there on TikTok? Or even in my field of cleaning and organizing, there's millions. So you have to find your niche in the field that you want to be in to be successful. You need to be authentic. People need to believe in what you're posting. You know, an audience can tell if you're real or if you're fake. I don't dress up my house. What you see is what you get. That's a big reason that I've become so popular. Don't give up. I used to feel so stupid, like setting up my tripod in my house and, you know, posting a video and it gets like 100 views. Like, that sucked. And I was like an adult with a real job. So, but I didn't give up. I just kept going, and eventually, you know, I gained traction, and so that's a big one. Time management is a really big thing, especially when you're like me and you have kids and you have another job. You can't just think of a video and think you're going to post it the next day. You have to time out how long it's going to take to come up with a concept, to film the concept, to create the scripts. Along with that is organization of content. Like I said, you need to be posting multiple times a day, and they need to be multiple topics. So juggling all of that, you really need to create a system to help you succeed. And then multiple streams of income. You can't rely on just YouTube or just TikTok. I get my earnings from YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Amazon. I'm an Amazon affiliate. I get a lot of money from that. I have an Etsy shop. So you have to be willing to put yourself out there on multiple platforms, and you have to manage all of that. Any questions?